Hello and welcome to episode 42, Flosstube number 11 of All the Stitches. My name is Colleen and I'm coming to you from the Lakes region of New Hampshire in the United States. And today, I always forget to tell you the date. Today I am recording this on September 16th. And today is the day that the remnants of the hurricane are coming through. So the winds are just starting to pick up. It's not supposed to be a big deal, but some high winds around here, so hopefully I can get through this before the power goes out. Today I have some small finishes to share with you, as well as my current works in progress, and then I'm going to talk about autumn stitching, because I don't know about you guys, but I have been, with a little change in weather, it's not so humid and hot anymore, I am just dying for autumn stitching. So more about that later. So what I'll be showing you is some of my, just a few pieces of autumn stitching that I've already done. And we're going to do an autumn themed pattern parade. So with that, let me just show you my finishes and then we can move on. And I always feel to remind you, almost always, that any descriptions for anything I show you are in the description box below. Under where it says more, click on the more, and then you'll see the show notes below that. So anyway, here I go. My first group of finishes is, I just dropped something. I keep dropping this. I'm going to leave this out. So this is my very small, too small dough bowl that contains my recently finished stitches. I'll show you one at a time, from Keeper of the Pins. That is, I'm sure you all know, is the book by Brenda Gervais, the little booklet. And I've done all but two, and I'll probably go back and do those at some point. But for now, I'm really pleased with the way this looks. So in my bowl, I have the first one. I did them all on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. This one I did with one strand. And it's the called for red, which I can't remember right now, but I'll put in the show notes. The second one, same thing, except I did two strands. And I like it so much better. If you look, I showed you last time when they were unfinished, but I think you can see the difference. Oh, I put all the same fabric on the back, which I love. This is a French General fabric. I don't recall the line. I'll see if I can find that. And all of them have the Lady Dot Creates. I'll put it against my black shirt. Maybe you can see it easier. The Lady Dot Creates mini-pom-poms, which I love. You just never go wrong with pom-poms. And also, I finished this one. Oh, I love, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. All of the little strawberries on these are done 1/1. Or excuse me. Yeah, I did 1/1 for all of them. That was fun. Again, same backing, same pom-poms, same fabric. I filled them part way with crushed walnut shells because I like that they sit nice. They sit up nicely in the bowl. And then the rest of the way I fill it with polyfill. Decided to do a fourth one and keep it simple. And so I did this one with the little tiny pincushion in the middle, and my little collection, part of my little collection of buttons sewn on. I just realized that I did not sew beads on the top of the pins that are sticking out, because I had decided I didn't have the right color beads that I liked, so I decided to take some small pins that I had and just stick them in, and then they'll show as the top of the pin. But I couldn't find the pins I was looking for, so I'll have to either get new ones or do a big search of the entire house to look for those little pins. So also in here I have a couple of other things I thought went well. One is just one of my little mini tomatoes. I guess they're little ornaments. They come as a whole set from Amazon. The second thing is I had this little strawberry, and I have no idea where it came from. It just was separate from any tomato. Maybe this was an ornament too, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's in there because why wouldn't it be? And then I have this lovely strawberry, not a tomato, but a strawberry made by my friend Jerry. It lost its bow on top. It's in the bowl. The bow's in the bowl. But it's wool. I think this is so pretty. She did some pretty stitching on the side, and it looks like hand-dyed wool. A little charm. I love this. So I'd like to keep that with all these sewing notions. Oh, I couldn't resist. I also put in my measuring tape from Mood in New York City from my trip there with one of my friends a few years ago. Remember, you know Mood from Project Runway? Thank you, Mood. So that's my keeper of the pins. Oh, I should show you. Not that you've never seen a tomato pincushion before, but I actually came across my tomato pincushion it was my very first one from my sewing set when I went into 7th grade, and we took sewing in 7th grade in school, and my mother gave me a little sewing set with this in it, and I couldn't believe I still had it, but I do. I think when I left you last, I said to you, I just have this urge to work on some smalls. So that is what I directly went and did. So from Heart and Hand, I made this Ye Old Crow sampler. I really did it just like the cover. And it's just a DMC 310 floss. The fabric is just a 16 count Aida. I don't have the color name, but it's pretty obvious. On the back, I had this fabric, which I love, and I had made a project bag with this. So I love that. I'm very happy with my crow. Again, I did the mini-poms from Lady Dot Creates. They're always a good choice. A little sip. Oh, see my mug? Knit happens. Knit is not happening for me right now. Still having the problem with the hand, and it's not, the knitting is not good. So my next finish is the Round Red Sampler by Heart and Hand. I have a feeling I'm going to show you a lot of Heart and Hands today. Heart and Hand, Round Red Sampler. Very sweet little stitch. And here it is. I had the perfect finishing, or not the perfect finishing, but the perfect thing to finish it on. And it was this little box. It just slides open. I put some wool on the bottom and wool on this side. And then just some cording around the edge. I loved this. I love doing this, and I just was so pleased that it was the right size. It could have, It just comes around the edge, so there was a little bit cut off, but really it's not a big deal. And I'm sorry, I can't tell you where I got these boxes. I bought 2 of them, thank goodness, because I think I'll probably make another. I looked and I just couldn't find where I got them. But that is the Round Red Sampler by Heart and Hand. That is, that's it for my finishes. I know, not much, but I'm going to move right on to my current works in progress. I came across this as I was looking for fall charts. And this is another Heart and Hand. The Owl Sings. I'm going to be dealing with the light today. I apologize for that. But I thought it would be a cute simple stitch, and I got that started the other night. I'll put it on my board. Nothing fancy here. It's still sitting in the Q-snap with the thread. And with this, I use the same fabric as the Crow. It's a 16 count Aida. This was the bag I was trying to show you. Appropriate. But no name. I got started on my big winter sampler that I have been dying to start. And it's not much of a start, but it is something. And this is the winter sampler from, and I'm probably butcher it, Crocette a GoGo? Crocette a GoGo? No idea. But I love this. And so I got a start on it, and I said to my husband, I showed him, and he said, oh, that's really nice. I said, yeah, but I think it's probably going to take me about 2 years to finish it. I really do. This is on, I put on 32 count. I used a Lugana, which I was really happy to do. I was so afraid I'd get too lost on linen with such a big piece, because I'm almost guaranteed to make a mistake somewhere and really mess it up. So I found a Lugana in Vintage Country Mocha. And that's my start. It's not much, but this was my sampler September start. And what I had decided to do was, my sampler September is just stitch a big sampler that I've been wanting to stitch for a while, and just let it be the focus piece for September. I think in October, I'm going to pick up on some autumn stitching, and then this winter, I'll go back to this probably after December, when I enjoy doing Christmas stitching. But I'm very happy with it. These are just DMC threads. And when I look at the actual threads, I think the light is so bad today. I think those flowers, the thread itself looks gray, but when it's on here, on the fabric, it has a real bluish tone. So it's really, really pretty. I didn't use DMC white. I used Anchor because it just seems to have more heft than the DMC. And folks, you're probably going to see a lot of that over the next couple of years. But that's okay. I don't think you mind, do you? Since that's all I have going on, I'm going to talk about some autumn stitching. And when I got the urge to start autumn stitching, I realized I didn't have a whole lot of finished pieces. So I pulled together what I have done in the past, and I'm just going to very briefly show you what I have. The reason it's going to be brief is that I've probably shown some of these things at least once, possibly twice. So I'm not going to get into any details, but if you want the details, I'll probably put a few notes in the description box below, okay? So here's one. This is Primrose Cottage Stitches, Welcome Autumn. And that's the only thing I have for my bowl, my dough bowl. So I am definitely going to need to stitch up some smalls. The next one is Tom Turkey, or I think it's called Old Tom Turkey. And it is a chart by Tina Woltman, I believe. I'll put it below. This is a no longer available chart, out of print. And believe me, I checked everywhere because I had to have this turkey for this board. And I could not find it. And I ended up looking at a picture of it online, and I think on Pinterest. And then I just charted it out as best I could. It's not exactly like hers, and I didn't know the color she used. So, but that's okay. I just kind of made it my own. It's a little different here and there, but I love it. Stitches that I've also made into little quilts. So this is another Heart and Hand, and I believe this is called Autumn Medley. Okay. And my last one, my only autumn stitching is Sweater Weather, Plum Street Samplers. Love this. Probably going to be hanging up behind me next time I see you. So that was, it kind of took me by surprise. That was all I had. And I said, well, gee, that's not good. You know, that's all I have for autumn. I have to do something about that. So I went to my stash and I went through all of my patterns for autumn. But before I did that, I did a little shopping online, and 1, 2, 3 Stitch, and you know, everyone, all these shops make it way too easy, don't they? It's too easy. So it's sort of mea culpa. This is my collection of autumn charts. This is a new one, just arrived today, in fact. Plum Street, and by the way, many of these are not new. And as I've said before, don't come here for the latest and greatest anything. I buy things that I love. I don't care if it's new or old. I haven't seen this before. It's 2015. It's called Dear Friends by Plum Street. And I saw this recently on Helen D's video. And I don't know how this one got by me, because this is right up my alley with the deer and in the autumn colors. Love it. So I kitted that one up. At least I got the threads. I'm not going to show you all that because it's just, this will go on all day. But I kitted that one up. That's going to be a start real soon. Here's another one I had to pick up, is the Tiny Town Harvest Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. Mostly because I had to add it to my Tiny Town collection. The next one I got is Silver Creek Samplers Autumn's Wardrobe. It says, as trees undress, the cool winds throw their garments to the earth below. Very pretty. Then I couldn't resist. I told myself I wouldn't buy any more stitch cards from Being My Bonnet, Lori Holt, because I already have a whole bunch that I haven't stitched. But then, you know, there's an autumn one, and how could I not? So I love that. I loved it so much that I bought the thread pack. And the fabric. And it came with these little thread bobbins. Nice little catch. My next one, these are so far just my new ones, folks. My next one is from Manny Didonna. All Good Things. That's sort of a nice Thanksgiving-ish one, huh? I'm sorry about the light. I just can't take them all out of the package. The next one, guess what? Crocette a GoGo came out with the autumn sampler. Like the winter one, but autumn. And I fell in love with it. Honestly, if I started the winter one before I saw this. And I probably would be working on this one if I hadn't already started winter. I love this. So this is definitely in my future because I got the thread pack. Like I said, they make it much too easy. I saw this one on the Museum Stitcher, and it's funny, it's really not my style, but it was so pretty when she showed it. It's Silver Creek Samplers. What is it called? Oh, there's no name. Oh, Olivia Okra leaf. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oops, shouldn't show you the chart. You didn't see that. And it's this little lady with her autumn dress. And this one says, I have to see it myself. She wears a dress of scarlet red and orange leaves from overhead that sparkle with a frosty glow, soon buried in a winter snow. It's just lovely. So that's what I bought because I thought, well, I don't really have any autumn stitching. I was wrong. I have some autumn stitching. And I will share that with you today because we all understand each other, so I'll go there. So, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I bought this Autumn Arches from Bent Creek. There's something so pleasant about this. Just the shapes, those arches, everything. I love this. That's all kitted. For, I don't know how many years now, I've had the Cricut Collection Autumn kitted up, ready to go. This may very well get a start next month in October. Fairly recently, I bought Autumn Rules. I'm going to take this out of the bag. Autumn Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. Because last December I did the winter or Christmas rules and absolutely loved working on that. It's just a fun and easy stitch, and the colors are wonderful. So that is a high priority as well. Look at all these colors. I cannot wait to see all these in the trees around me. So my room here, I call it the tree house because I'm completely surrounded by trees, and in the fall, oh, it's magnificent. So going with something older now, I realized I've had this for years. This is an Old Dimensions kit, Welcome Dog, obviously a golden retriever. I've started this, barely started this. It's on this bluish, blue-gray, I think it's 16 count Aida that doesn't do much for me. One of these days I might just do this on something else and probably be happier about it. But many people I know have golden retrievers and I think they would love to have this. So go try to get a little faster here. Here is something else that I've had for a couple of years by Waxing Moon Designs, Bittersweet Trio. Oh, they're so sweet. And again, all kitted up, ready to go. No excuse, really, for not stitching these. This was from Blackbird Designs, Fall Gatherings. I think my friend may have given me this, not sure. Love the little squirrel. I have to check out the size, but I'm thinking it may fit on top of that box that I showed you. Might fit on top of one of those. Love that. Here's another one, Rest a While by Plum Street Samplers. Cute little foxy guy there. Huh. Turkey Trio by Waxing Moon. When I was looking for that Tina, whatever it is, Old Tom Turkey chart, I bought this thinking, well, maybe I'll use one of these, but I like these, but I ended up not using them, obviously. This, I picked up a couple of the Wordplays by Brenda Gervais. I have October. These would be great in my bowl, my autumn bowl. And I have November. These are so much prettier made up than the picture, you know. I have a free chart. I can't, well, it's free, so I guess I can show you. This was a free hands-on design chart. I have one of these. Hands-on design, Let's Talk Autumn. I have the Quaker Pumpkin by the Sisterhood. I have Happy Harvest by Stitches Through the Years. I think that's the only pattern I have from them. Autumn Leaves by the Prairie Schooler. I love everything on that page, on that cover. And of course I have to have Winds of Autumn by Blackbird Designs, as well as When the Leaves Fall by Blackbird Designs. Do you think I have enough to stitch this fall, next fall, for the rest of my life? Yeah. Well, I'm sure I'm not alone in this, right? So as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, you know what? I love fall. I can't wait for October. It's my favorite season. October is my favorite month. And I'm feeling very grateful and blessed that I can have all this. I mean, it's such abundance. And this is only autumn, okay? So it's not like, you know, I won't tell you about the rest of my collection. But anyway, I'm feeling such just grateful feelings that I can have this and it's not harming me in any way. So what I think I'm going to do is something I haven't done since my early days of this channel. I'm going to have a little giveaway. So this is what I'm going to give away. I'm thinking about it now. No, I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give away the Quaker Pumpkin chart. It's brand new, not even out of the plastic. Quaker Pumpkin. It's on a heavy card. And I'm going to give away the Let's Talk Autumn. Again, never came out of the bag. If you are interested in this giveaway, please leave a comment below and tell me if you want the pumpkin. Use the word pumpkin in your comment. If you want the Let's Talk Autumn, use the word autumn in your comment. I guess the rules are you must be 18 years of age or older, or else I cannot ask for your address legally. Do not use the word giveaway or anything like that in your comment. And I will draw these gifts on or before my next video. And, you know, that could be a month from now. I'll try to, in fact, I'll try to move it up a bit, okay? I'll try to be sure that I have one not so long from now. But just keep an eye out. If you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell, you'll be notified of my next video. I'll let you know during my next video who won, and I think I'll create an email address for this channel. And that would be the easiest way to contact me. I'm not going to put in the comments that you won because there's some suspicious activity these days around that on YouTube. There are people that are, you know, less than honest, that are pretending to be the person who's doing the giveaway and saying, hey, you won, you know, give me your address, you know. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you want one of these, either pumpkin or autumn. Leave a comment and let me know what your favorite autumn stitching chart is. Now, it could be something that you've stitched already. It could be something that you want to stitch. It could be something you've seen somewhere. But I would definitely love to know some idea. Not that I need any ideas, but give everyone else who reads the comments some ideas about your sort of unicorn autumn stitch. I'd love to read that. So put that in the comment whether or not you put in for the giveaway. Until next time, I guess it's time to say, I hope all of your stitches bring joy.